So Peter Johnson is going to talk to us a little bit about stakeholder input to USDA NIFA. Peter.
Okay, thanks. And this will be quick, but it is very important and relevant to why you're all here. And it might almost be counterintuitive. You might say, really? Do I really have to give NIFA input when I'm at this meeting for 2 days and there's going to be a white paper developed? And you really still want me to pay attention to what's on the screen where it says, we want to hear from you. NIFA listens. Thank you to all who participated. Written comments will be accepted through Friday, December 1st. So that's the big first message is the deadline is Friday, December 1st. And we're listening, and yeah, we're listening today, but for the collective NIFA-wide focus on stakeholder input, we need you to also submit information here. So I'm going to click on this because you may say, well, okay, I want to do it, but how do I do it? So the easiest way is all you do is go to our home page, which is just Google it, USDA space NIFA, N-I-F-A, and you'll come to our home page. And this is what you'll see. So we make it easy. On the front of the home page, we have this, we want to hear from you. And then all you have to do is click on the we want to hear. And if you're not already signed up for any newsletter, it's going to give you an opportunity. If anybody in the room isn't signed up for our request for applications, I would do the subscribe before you do the NIFA listens, because then you'll never miss a RFA. Okay, so now it takes you to the summary of this. And yeah, there's a lot of words there, but the essence is that this is a massive, across the U.S., focus on hearing from stakeholders and partners on one particular area, and that's science priorities. So the focus is science priorities. And all we're asking, to make it easy, is that you answer 2 questions. So it's not going to, well, you want to collect your thoughts, but you don't have to collect your thoughts for this massive essay. There's just 2 questions. And each question is limited to 600 words. So that also makes your job a little easier. And if you say, well, I have much more than 600 words, I have a report that I want to share, there is an opportunity to upload. So you can upload reports that you already have developed. You can submit as an individual, you can submit as an organization. So I want to show you what it looks like. And by the way, we did have 4 in-person listening sessions. They have finished now. One of the reasons why I'm up here is because we've had some really good representation in the in-person listening sessions from organizations and individuals representing food and agriculture, with one significant gap, and that is on the animal side. So for example, I was in Kansas City for that listening session, and I heard people get in front of the podium and talk about corn and wheat and sorghum. I heard local farming. I heard tomatoes. I heard from the Missouri grape growers. And I waited and waited and waited and said, certainly someone will get up, talk about animals. And it was the last speaker who spoke about animals. So of all the people who got up in Kansas City, 1 spoke about the importance of animal agriculture. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with plants. That's really important. There's nothing wrong with any of the other areas that spoke up. But we want to make sure that the animal contingent also is in this. because this is going to help drive within NIFA the future direction of various programs. It's going to help identify gaps. It's going to help identify programming that maybe is no longer as essential based on feedback we've gotten. It's not the only input that's going to be used, but it is an important part of it. Okay, so what are you going to see when you click? You'll see there's a hot link, and it's an input form. So I'm going to click on that. So once again, you're going to see how easy it is. It's a survey. It's an online survey. And it gives you, again, simple background. It says it'll likely take 5 to 10 minutes. But I think that's if, before you do this, you've thought about what your answers are to the 2 questions. So you start out and you give your email address. And yeah, if you want it to be anonymous, you can put in a fake email address, okay? I shouldn't say that, but if you put in a fake email address, then you won't get feedback. So the idea is that when all this stakeholder input is distilled and evaluated internally, there will be a report generated by NIFA from the input. This is what we heard. Collectively, this is what we heard. And if you put a correct email, you will be notified when that report's available. So I put a real email, but I'm going to put for now an X because it'll take an X. Okay? How will you participate? Well, at this point, the in-person listening sessions are over. And by the way, the fact that nobody participated in the in-person, that doesn't matter because the input is treated exactly the same whether it was provided in person or whether it's provided online. There's no distinction being made. So don't feel like this is second-class input. It's equal-class input. So for now, I'm going to say submission of written comment in this survey. Can I do? Okay, here we go. And now next, and you're going to see I'm almost done. Now comes up with my 2 questions. So what is your top priority in food and agricultural research, extension, or education that NIFA should address? So what is your top priority? And you can be creative. You can have a top priority that has sub-priorities. It's really up to how you want to do it, but we're requesting your top priority. And then the second part of that question is, what are the most promising science opportunities for advancement of food and agricultural sciences? Okay? So that is very straightforward. And I've put my 600 words. I've put my 600 words. And then your name. Notice your name is not asterisk, so it's optional. You don't have to put your name. Are you representing a personal opinion? So this will help us. Is it just Peter Johnson, or is it NIFA speaking? Or is it Iowa State Department of Animal Science, or is it someone at Iowa State as an individual? So I'm going to just say it's personal. I'm going to say I'm a big X person, okay? And is there any other relevant information I want to share? Again, you can leave that blank. And then you can see there's the option to upload a file. So if you have any information that is useful that you want to bring to NIFA's attention, please upload it here. And if you're not sure, well, there's this colloquium paper and I'm going to upload it. I wonder if anybody else has uploaded it. I don't want to upload it if they've already uploaded it. Upload it anyway, because we'll figure it out. Okay? So I'm not going to upload anything, and now I'm done. And yeah, there's a burden statement. So if you work for the federal government, everything has to be assessed for burden. And this has been determined that it is not an excessive burden, so that's why we can do it. And then I'm done. and then I'm thanked. So I just want to draw your attention to that. Please do take it seriously. December 1st is the cutoff, and you know how to find it. Just Google USDA, put a space, NIFA, come to the home page, and you're done. So thank you for your attention.